Hello everyone and welcome to your latest Microsoft Flight Simulator news video. My name's Brandon and in today's video I'll be covering the latest Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024 news all in one place, from sim fixing updates to a new add-on preview. So if you like the sound of that and you're new here, be sure to subscribe, and if you're back here, welcome back. Now, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 needs a lot of work, as we all know, but if you want a summary of my opinion on the new sim, you can check it out on my most recent video. But to summarise, I think the sim has great potential. It is definitely not there yet, it remains way too buggy, and that's why I've been somewhat light on the content. That being said, when it works, it is very good. Anyway, the Flight Sim team have been hard at work trying to make amends, as shown by their two recent hotfix updates and their most recent development stream. The most recent hotfix 1.1.10 fixes numerous crashes in the sim being caused by just about anything, all in all hopefully improving stability. Now, the sim for me remains relatively unpredictable. It's just annoying bugs at the moment, such as displays flickering or menus not working, so sometimes it is a pleasure, but more often than not it is frustrating. I do think it will improve, but there's certainly a long way to go, and that's exactly what they addressed in their recent development update across their platforms. The developer live stream gave us an insight into what is coming in the new sim. Of course, there's plenty of major fixes under investigation, from no engine sounds to blurry ground textures. The list on the screen may cover some of the bugs you've been experiencing, but I'm sure there's plenty more. Bugs aside, and we know there's many to fix, a major focus and request from the community is to be able to download the sim, or at least parts of it, locally to your computer. Now, it looks like the team are going for a sort of blended version of this. Due to the scale of the sim, we'd never be able to download it all to our computers, but it looks like in the future we will be able to select parts of the world we fly on around the most and download them to our PCs locally, which makes sense, but we haven't been given a timeline here just yet. Airports and planes will be able to be downloaded through the marketplace or locally. However, this is still completely up to you, so if you want to stream it you can, if you want to download it to your computer you can. No timeline here once again. The one thing that isn't possible to be downloaded is Bing data. I think this was the case for 2020 anyway, but you can't download this locally to your PC due to licensing. The team have instead advised you to take advantage of the rolling cache if you've got the storage and the RAM. It's still being optimised, but they're definitely improving it. Jorg and the team could not have sounded more apologetic, and they are aware of just how frustrating this all is. So next year, to apologise across 2025, they will be giving away 4 free planes for the sim on top of the ones we already have. So the next 4 local legends will be given to the community as an apology gift. I have to say, while it doesn't fix the frustration, it's good to see the team own up to their mistakes. Many people and many developers wouldn't do it, so it says a lot about them. Now, heading back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, the PMDG team have very kindly sent me a copy of their Boeing 777F, the freighter variant of the Boeing 777. Now, if you like the passenger version of this in the sim, and if you want to send your copies of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 back to where you brought them from, with the release of this freighter aircraft add-on you may be able to. Sorry, that was terribly unprofessional. Now, of course, this is very similar to the 777 we already have for the sim, but it's actually slightly smaller by a few metres in terms of length, and indeed carries cargo as opposed to passengers. Pointing out the obvious there, but with this variant being released, it allows you to fly cargo across the globe, featuring a very well modelled cargo hold with dynamic cargo and controllable lighting, cockpit controls for the hold, opening and closing cargo doors, GSX compatibility and new custom sounds, as well as all these liveries. It's the little things that separate this and result in being a rather pleasant freighter aircraft. It was released for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 on the 6th of December for PC, with an Xbox release shortly after and a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 release supposedly down the line, so I hope you've enjoyed a little look at this on your screen. Now, more news here on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Flight Sim Labs have released an incredible amount of information on their upcoming Airbus A321 Neo for the sim, aiming to be the most realistic Airbus payware on the market. This will include accurate Airbus systems, sounds and textures as you'd expect for this price point, but they clearly want to set themselves apart with features such as a minimum equipment list to mirror real life operations, unique weather effects such as St Elmo's fire, and a dynamic aging model, so as you use the aircraft it slowly breaks down with greater use. Certainly some interesting features and rather exciting features to keep an eye on, but you will be paying $70 plus local tax for that privilege, including 2 engine options as well as the options of wingtip fences or sharklets. FS Labs isn't a company everyone will trust due to some of their actions in the past. I won't be buying from them, but is their Airbus A321 Neo taking your interest? Now back to the new sim, we've got plenty of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 aircraft now starting to appear on 2024. The Avro RJ by Just Flight is now compatible with the sim. I believe this is a free upgrade for those who own the RJ already on 2020. I've only ever used the 146, which is the predecessor to this aircraft in this case, and that was excellent. The Avro RJ is slightly more modern, featuring glass instruments, FADEC, and a more modern autopilot including LNAV and VNAV. If you haven't tried it, Just Flight's aircraft are absolutely excellent, so I can't see that changing on the new sim. It's available right now. Now looking ahead, the MD82 by Leonardo Software, the Mad Dog, is also on its way as a free upgrade for those who own it on 2020 for 2024. Of course you can buy it standalone if you don't have it already. Now this is actually a plane I haven't tried as my wallet is not limitless, but I've only heard good things. The textures on the outside do look slightly below average, but the system depth is meant to be really good on this one. To quote, release is just around the corner, so we should see this in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 soon. And InnyBuilds have released Brisbane Airport in Australia for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, their first standalone airport for the new sim. It looks really good as you'd expect, and it's great to see them take advantage of the new Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 lighting model, which I have to say is a personal highlight. It's their first standalone airport, as I've said. They've already released some updated 2020 airports for the sim, so it's nice to see them being very quick with the new releases. And on that note, that's all we have time for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you can leave inspired for your next flight sim flight. If you did enjoy, do be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you all very soon, but happy landings and bye bye.